Okay, so on my last video, I gave you guys reasons why now it's the best time to come here to Vegas, but I never actually told you guys what to do in Vegas right now during this pandemic, so let's talk more about it. Okay, now before I get started, it's not how it used to be. There's a lot that's closed, there's a lot that's not open. There's a lot of companies and restaurants that are not working at full capacity. But for the few brave of you guys that are still coming, there's a few things to do. And whatever is open have limited capacity and a limited hours. And that brings me to number one. You guys know I'm all about nightclubs and day clubs with this channel, so I'm gonna start off with that. There are a lot of multi-million-dollar clubs that you could go to right now and basically pay nothing for. Just to name some of the day clubs and the beach clubs that are open, you have Encore Beach Club or EBC, XS, Marquee Day Club, Daylight Beach Club, but there comes with some rules and regulations. Currently, there is no general admission, there is no guest list, there's only reservation only table service or bottle service. A table that used to cost $2,000 during a normal summer is now like $500 or less, or a little bit more depending if you want to upgrade to cabana and all that stuff. Bottle service is really affordable right now, so if you want to do that, you could definitely do that. So that is really good if you're coming here with a few of your friends, you guys just want to get together, have a few drinks, and take some really good Instagram worthy pictures. I'm going to talk more about that later, but right now is the best time since tourism is down by 90%. There's a karaoke bar called Camu Karaoke. That's K-A-M-U Karaoke. I see a lot of locals going there. It's a real hot spot, so I recommend trying it out. The same thing that goes for the nightclubs is the same thing that goes for these karaoke bars. Make sure you go with a few good friends. Make sure you have your mask and you're good. You're all set after that. You're going to have fun in Vegas at any time as long as you have good friends with you. It doesn't matter. As long as you have good friends with you, you're going to have fun. But if you want to come to these nightclubs and karaoke's and try to meet other people, you can. But currently, there's not a lot of strangers meeting each other. It's mainly people staying in their own social group. And that kind of brings me to number two. I know a lot of you guys like to smoke on your free time, and currently there's a lot of hot spots that are open. Some are even still open 24/7 that you must try. This place is a little bit off the strip. Well, it's pretty far from the strip, so I don't really recommend going there unless you have a rental car or if you have a lot of money to spend on Ubers. But it's called Nuvo Cannabis Marketplace. Nuvo is the only cannabis lounge in Las Vegas. So you go in, you choose your strain and wherever you want, and you can actually sit down at like a bar. You can have infused drinks, you can have infused edibles, you can smoke on basically anything they have. Their staff is extremely knowledgeable, so if you're new and not sure what you want, they can help you out with it. As I said, it's the only cannabis lounge where you can actually go there, relax, and like, it's not built like a club, but it's you could kind of lounge around as if it was a nightclub and get your own little section area, and they don't charge you more for it. All you gotta do is pay for the material itself. But if you really don't want to leave the strip and you want to smoke, one place that is really close is called Planet 13. Now, Planet 13 is also a themed cannabis marketplace. They do serve food there. They do serve edibles and infused items. And when I tell you they serve food, they basically have a full-on food court there. Right across the street from Planet 13, you have Reef, but I don't really recommend Reef. The reason why I don't recommend it is because it's not as immaculate as Planet 13 or Nuvo. If you're going to these cannabis places, make sure that you go to the top ones just for the experience. You know, you come to Vegas for experience, so go to the top ones where they actually could serve you, where you can actually sit down and have a full-on experience and have food and stuff. Reef doesn't do that. They stick to the basics. So you go there, you buy it, and then you leave. That's it. Like I said, Nuvo is number one, but it's going to take a while to get there. You're going to need an Uber or a rental car. And number two, which is right off the strip, is Planet 13. So I recommend checking those places out. That brings me to number three. Make sure that you try out the top restaurants now while there's no tourists, there's no lines. Now is the best time to try your Hell's Kitchen, your Beauty in Essex, Heart Attack Grill. All these restaurants are working at 50% capacity, so make sure that you book your reservation. You don't have to make it too far in advance. You could definitely do it a day before. Now is the time to have Gordon Ramsay's famous beef Wellington at the Heart Attack Grill, which is more in the downtown area. They serve these massive burgers, and I believe that if you weigh over 300 pounds, you eat there for 100% free. It's definitely a place that I recommend trying at least once. You know, another good place to try out is Pizza Cake. Is made by Buddy V, the same person that makes Carlos Bakery. When you come here, try to avoid the standard McDonald's and In-N-Out burgers. And it's not because these places are bad, but you can get them at home. Unless you're coming from the East Coast, where I know there's no In-N-Out burger. If you already live in the West Coast, make sure that you go to these top restaurants that are only here in Vegas. Now is the best time to go sightseeing / on an Instagram tour. Basically now all the Instagram worthy places are empty. So now is the best time to take some really high quality pictures here in Vegas with no other tourists in the background. So it's just you and your friends to take some really good high quality pictures. Some places that I know a lot of people are going to is the Bellagio Conservatory. They have this Chinese theme, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but it looks really nice. They have a bunch of flowers and a bunch of traditional Chinese designs. Again, don't quote me on that. They could have changed the design, but I'm pretty sure it's still that. Also with the Bellagio, you could go to the Bellagio Fountains, which are back on now. And we'll never go out of style, rolling like a plastic gummy. With tourism being down by 90%, this is a perfect time to go take those perfect pictures by the Bellagio Fountains that I see people take on Instagram. Also, anywhere at Wynn Resorts is basically Instagram worthy. Their lobby, their gaming floor, every single place, including XS and Encore Beach Club, are extremely Instagram worthy. There's so many Instagram worthy places here in Las Vegas that I'm gonna make a dedicated video about it. Comment below and let me know if you guys want to see it even sooner. That I'll push it out as fast as I can, just so that you guys could receive it in time before you actually come here. These are some random stuff that come to my mind that you probably want to do or that you haven't thought of doing. A little drive outside of the strip, you have 7 Magic Mountains, which are these colorful rocks that were man-made that a lot of people like to take photos at. That's also a hot spot. You could go to the Neon Museum. They have all bunch of neon signs from previous Las Vegas casinos and landmarks. You know, like the Stardust Casino Resort. There's a lot of good signs up there that you may want to check out. And that's also one of my Instagram worthy spots. You probably already know this one, but the Fremont Street Experience. Recently, they completely renovated the entire canopy, or they improved on it. I'm not sure if they completely renovated, but now it looks brand new. It looks crispy, clean. Fremont Street is the only place in Vegas right now that still looks like it was 2019. I mean, that is always packed with people. It's always packed with tourists. It's always alive. It got street performers there, tons of events during this pandemic. If you want a view of how Vegas looked like in 2019, then definitely go to Fremont Street. So it's right by the D Casino and Resort, and it's also right by our newest resort, which is Circa Las Vegas. Circa should be finished by next month, so knock on wood, hopefully they get it done by then. Circa is going to be a 21 and over casino. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. They are claiming that it's going to be forever, but looking at these numbers and that the tourist numbers being so low, I doubt that you want to tell families that they can't come in right now. But I don't know, they might keep it forever, they might not. I personally think that they're going to get rid of it because I don't know how they're going to make too much money without the families during this pandemic. Post-pandemic, they're definitely going to bring tons of money. They don't need no parents. They're all set with 21 and over. They will be just fine with 21 and over post-pandemic, but we'll see. These casino owners are really smart individuals, so we'll just see what happens. You also have ATVing, where you could just go to the desert and ATV or dirt bike. It's really fun to be on X Games mode sometime. You won't regret it. If you like rock climbing, you could go to the Nevada Climbing Center when they have indoor / outdoor rock climbing. Vegas, we do everything big. Every single entertainment piece we have here is huge, and you're gonna have fun there as well. Let me know if you're gonna come to Las Vegas right now during this pandemic. Let me know if you enjoyed it. How was your experience? Did you like it? Did you have fun? Was it too boring for you? Oh yeah, and I almost forgot to mention, you could also go to HyperX inside of the Luxor. It's this huge video game lounge where they have PCs, PlayStation 4s, Xbox Ones. It's a cool little lounge where you could go and play a bunch of video games, even PC video games if you're into PC. It's where some of the pro gamers go play when you come to Vegas, but you could also go there yourself and just game for a little bit. So if you're a true gamer, definitely stop by the Luxor at HyperX in order to play some video games. Anyway, that's it for me. Make sure you watch my last video about the reasons why you should come here right now. If you haven't already seen it, I'm going to link it above. Thank you for watching. I catch you guys later. Peace out. Now cue the outro.
All it takes is one night, one shot, one hit, get you in the mood, girl in the mood. All it takes is one night, one shot, one hit, girl you and me, girl you